Hello and welcome to Main Cabin. This is where you will be staying for the duration of your trip here aboard Atyla. Each bunk has a privacy curtain. Behind the curtain, you'll find a plug and a light. The light will work at all times. The plug will only have electricity during hours where we have the generator on or while we're in port. So it's important that if you want to use the plug at your bed, you're using it around the mealtime hours. Typically, we have cupboards and closets that are assigned for your bunk, and you'll have a little bit of space that you can keep some of your additional stuff in. If your stuff does not fit in these areas, they're going to have to be in your bunk with you while you sleep. Each bunk also has a red bag attached typically to the ceiling. This bag contains your immersion suit. You'll hear more about this in your safety briefing, but for now, just know that this is located in your bunk. It's very important to be respectful when we're living with so many people in a small area. So it's very important to keep your clothes in your designated areas, and also we have specific times where after 10 p.m. 2200 the lights are off. We don't use the main lights in the common areas, and also if you're going to be walking in and out of the main cabin, you should be using your red headlight and not any white light, as to not wake people who might be sleeping because of a night watch or any other reason. We also have quiet hours. Between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 a.m. we try not to talk loud in the cabins. So if you want to talk or hang out, you can be in the saloon or on deck. But in the main cabin, we try to be quiet after 4 p.m. Here's our safety plan. This will show you where fire extinguishers are, emergency exits, and any safety equipment we have on board. It's all indicated here. If you're interested in knowing more, you can look here in main cabin. It's also posted on the engineer's bunk in the saloon and in the bridge. And I'm going to show you one emergency exit right now. This is where a secondary emergency exit is located here in main cabin. This is through the shower in the port side bathroom. On a ship, toilets are called heads, and they work a little differently than they do at home. Let's take a look. Once you're done doing your business, you can flip this switch to the left. This is going to let water in, and you can pump a few times. Once you feel you've sufficiently rinsed the bowl, you can turn to the right, the switch to the right, and then pump to empty out the toilet. You can do a combination of these as many times as you need until the toilet is completely empty. Then, it's very important to remember to keep this switch on the right, because if we keep it on the left, water will keep coming in and raising, and then we will overflow. So it's extremely important when you leave the bathroom that this switch stays on the right. Also, paper and other hygiene products have to go in the garbage. Nothing can go in the toilet. Showers work the same as at home, except we have a limited quantity of water while we are sailing. This is where we keep the harnesses. They're in order from 1 to 2, 3 to 4, and so on, all the way up. So you can find your harness, which corresponds with the number of your bunk, and you can use it and put it back where it belongs. We do not leave them hanging around anywhere else except for here. You might need to wear your harness if we have rough waters, and also when you're on watch. When you're on watch, you're expected to meet in the wheelhouse with your harness on at the time of your watch. Here's where you can find the bunk plan and the watch schedule. The bunk plan will indicate where your bunk is with your bunk number. Also, it's helpful to know where other people are sleeping so you can wake them up when it's time for their watch. The watch schedule is located here. You can find your name and figure out when your watch is and make sure you're on time.